recognises. If it was me, he'd have come back.
Yeah.
Yes, he does that.
Right, can I just... Now he's gone past the more. He goes past the better. Try and take his hindquarters out there.
It wasn't my horses, my
That's
other
not
horses.
in a good place. Yeah, come on then. Yeah. So I'm just... Touch, stop. Yes, beautiful. So now he's in there. Good girl. And then stay there for a minute, give him a rub. We'll put him in there now. Yeah, good.
Okay, we're off to a job. Off to a job?
Off to a job, guys, but
I forgot.
it's half what? No, 1:10. Well, Tanya just got back. What did you have done? You went somewhere to have something done.
No, I went shopping.
Oh, shopping. Okay, I thought it was nails or something.
No, not today.
Well,
Not today.
I got a JCB at home. There's all sorts going on, and suddenly, Tanya spins in the drive and said, "Oh, we're supposed to be at a job at 1 o'clock." So it's a sudden thing for me. I hadn't been reminded about it, so we're on our way there. What's worse now is I usually ask Tanya what the horse is, what we're doing, and you don't know because you can't find the message.
I can't find the message.
Okay, so guys, I don't know. You'll know in a bit when we get there, and try and help someone out with the horse this afternoon now. So yeah, it's a nice day actually.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, it's a lot colder than it was in Turkey last week.
Never mind, we'll be in Spain next week.
Huh? we don't next week, the week after.
Yeah, week after.
We go into a rescue centre there.
In Spain,
Yeah.
doing a little
We're gonna pop down
demonstration.
there and do a little something.
Take them some bits and pieces.
Yeah, and we're gonna go to a few horsey places as well. Do a bit of a blog.
Yeah.
There's one particular show I want to go to in Torremolinos. I've been
Torremolinos.
years ago. It's great with the ladies on all their dress, and they sit on the back of the horses. Some really, well-trained horses, so that'll be interesting next week. We'll get that on a blog, won't we, Babs?
We'll get that on a blog. Then, as soon as we get back from Spain, we've got the horsemanship showcase.
Showcase, yeah.
And you can watch that live throughout the
Gotta do
world.
some practicing for that.
I know.
Right.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Well, that's about as tight as it can get. That's what you call Pembrokeshire banking, isn't it?
I know.
Huh? Good job, those string pulls. There you go. Not far now?
Not far. 1 minute.
Okay. Here now. Now, as I said in the car, we lost your message, so we didn't know what we were coming to. But I did mention it. Dan was the farrier, and I was right, wasn't I?
You was right.
So,
For
it
once.
does happen now and again. So anyway, this is the lovely Fiona.
Hello.
And just going to ask you a few questions really about what you're looking for help with. You just mentioned very briefly a couple of things as I was walking in. Now I'll say what I think you told me, and then just correct me if I'm wrong. But you've recently, as recent as 4 weeks ago, you took on a really lovely horse, a sectioned D. Yeah. Very pretty horse, you said.
Crunchy.
Crunchy.
Yeah.
Crunchy is the name.
He's a beautiful section D Palomino.
Oh.
I haven't seen him yet, guys. Now, Fee mentioned us straight away that Fee's not getting any younger, and it's really important that you don't get hurt, and you have been hurt. And I said, no, we're not getting old. We look at it. We look at it like there's more behind us than in front of us. That's how we go. That's how we think of it.
I must say, it wasn't Crunchy that hurt me. I fell off my other horse.
Another one. So it's really important for you to have a horse that kind of stands still for you to get on and waits for you to move off, whether it be on a mountain block or the ground.
Yeah.
That is so important because so many injuries come from that, as we know.
That's exactly what happened to me.
Oh wow, Tanya, look.
Yeah, I got. It wasn't my horses. My
That's
other
not
horse
in a
is
good
an
place
old
either,
one,
is it,
and I
that?
fell off getting on,
Yeah.
but it was my own fault. It
Yeah.
wasn't his.
No, it's really it's dear in my heart because a very good friend of mine in America goes out with packing mules, and his very good friend, his friend, had got a young horse, and they take these young horses, and it really does them good because they go out for weeks at a time on these young horses, and they end up getting pretty broke. And this one kept doing that, moving off. And Tom says, his name was Derek, the one that got injured, but Tom used to say, you need to sort that out. And there was never time. And towards the end of the trip, he still hadn't sorted it out, and the horse would walk off or trot off when he got on. And it did again. Pretty much the last day. Fell backwards, hit his head on a stone, killed him. Killed him.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just like the movies, he said, I had to bring my friend back over, you've seen in the movies.
Yeah,
Over, tied onto one of the mules. But no, I've never forgot it.
Yeah.
And it's really important to stand still. So what you said about it's important to you, absolutely is.
Yeah.
So you've kind of got a horse that's been in one place for a long time.
Yes.
5 years of age.
When he was 5,
Yeah.
he was with his
Right.
So I've got him on indefinite long-term.
You've got him on loan, yeah.
And his current owners, they got him when he was 5, and he's just turned 13 this summer.
Right. So okay, and he's
And
been well
with them the whole
schooled.
time.
Been
Beautiful
well schooled, which
yeah.
is really, really good.
And he's got a lovely personality. He's very sweet.
Right, all sounds great. Right, the only thing, I mean, you're horse people, you know, he really doesn't know where he fits at the moment, whether he's going to survive everything really, because he's gone from that home
Yeah.
to another home, which you said was your friend's.
Yes, for about 3 weeks.
3 weeks,
And then.
and
about
then he's
4
come here,
weeks,
so it's all a bit much for him really.
Yeah.
But the fact that you said you rode him here and he's great.
Oh,
and,
he's fantastic.
which I think there's so much positive here if you can just get the horse more respectful on the ground.
Yes.
And having an idea about things like that. So
He's a
you
lot
know,
broader, and being a full section, you'll see he's very muscular with a big neck. And
Yeah.
I've got my old horse is half
Yeah.
thoroughbred, and he's very fine. So
Yeah.
just the physical presence of him and doing
Yeah.
the normal things is a
Okay.
slightly more of a challenge for me.
Yeah.
It's not doable. It's just a bit of a challenge.
yeah, it seems to me like he's lacking parameters.
Yeah.
You know, when you stop, he needs to know he doesn't come into your space. Now, what we're gonna put you to it a bit now. I need to watch you go and get him and bring him in, so I can see what.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
I am, and I
not
have to
gonna-
tell you, I've watched a few of your videos, so I've been trying out a few of your techniques. And it's actually got a bit better this
Oh.
week.
So he's better.
Yeah.
He's better than he was. But, okay, well, you know,
Yeah,
it's
he's-
not going to be any worse after today.
No,
So
he's a
hopefully,
lovely
so
boy.
if I watch you, then catch him, we'll bring him in. I'll see what he's like when you. Which is his stable?
This is his stable just down here.
Yeah. Now, bearing in mind, he is going to be on his own now.
He's not
So
used to being stable.
yeah.
He
Okay.
had shelters before. He doesn't have a feed, but he's just got a little bit of supplement.
Lovely. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I tie him up out here because he's much happier when he's not in
Yeah.
clothes.
Where'd you tie him? You tie him on string.
Yes.
Yeah.
I stand here quite nicely in the stable though, because if someone's here with a farrier, I can't use this space, so I have to be in the stable.
And does he
It's-
pace around a
He
little bit?
paces around
Yeah.
and he charges towards the door all the time.
Yeah.
He's not, you know, and then he'll eat, but when he eats a bit frantically. Like,
Yeah. Out of nervousness type thing.
yes.
Okay, let me see you bring him in. How you doing with
Okay.
what equipment you do? Right. If you go skidding, we'll take that out, don't we? Right.
We don't take yours out when you go skidding.
Eh? No. That's true. People love that bit.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Hello.
Do you think he knows you're his...
I think he's getting the hang of it.
yeah. You always know when these are on, or are they always on?
They're always on.
Oh, I can hear that click then.
Good boy. Now, a few weeks ago when he was settling in, he used to run away when I came.
Okay.
With
No,
your help.
Really?
Well, and Beth Ann.
Tell me.
Well, Beth Ann came and spent a couple of hours with me, showing me some of the
Who
things.
did?
Beth Ann.
Beth did.
Yeah, Beth.
Right.
Some of the things you taught her, she taught me.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's all original.
Boy.
Yeah, look at that. I like that.
Well, I must say I did cheat to begin with I put a carrot there, but I've stopped the
No, you
carrot
know.
because he's not running
I
off.
wouldn't do that if you don't want him to run through you. I wouldn't
No,
do that.
I
But
know.
maybe eventually you can.
No, I have stopped.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
no longer running off, which is great.
So we will watch how you go back. Must be about 15 hands, is it? That's a nice size for you, really, for getting on and off. He's my mate. He's my mate, he is. He hasn't bought me a pint yet, lad. Where you going, fella?
You're in the way.
Thinking, what are all them people doing?
Yeah, watching me.
Isn't it? Right then, he's good round his feet with you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's literally a mouthful, and
Yeah.
he swallows it in
But
2
he's not
seconds.
aggressive around his feet and
No.
stuff.
He's
Yeah.
quite food-centric, but then
Who isn't?
Yeah, I am.
For me.
that's the one I was lent.
Okay, let's have a look at that. Right.
Get the rug off.
What a nice fella you got.
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Look at him.
Wait.
That was a little nip. Is that
Yeah.
usually do it? Or that's
Yes,
just a flavour?
he does that.
Right, can I just say something? Right. So okay, guys, I was waiting for something. I hadn't really seen anything that was a little bit concerning to me. Everything seemed pretty good, and I was waiting for something. And I think you might have all just noticed there. Pretty much Fee was just suddenly not really a factor. You know, gave a little nip and pushed her, and just, you know, that's the start, guys. That's the start of something that definitely gets bigger, and that gives you an idea. I mean, I picked up on that straight away. I'll show another clip of that in a second now. So yeah, definitely that's not good, and you know. Okay.
Yes, he does that.
Right, can I just say something, right?
Yeah.
So there, you were kind of here and he was there. So to eliminate it,
Don't stand.
making sure, well, one, don't stand, right? I would just, you know, when I don't want him around me, he's got to back up.
Right.
But every time he did crowd me, I'd think, great, because it means we can do it again.
Yeah.
So I'll never get bored of because
Yeah.
some people will do it a few times, till does it, but I prefer them to keep doing it, because eventually it will stick.
Yeah.
Because it's unnecessary work for him to keep backing off, you know. So I don't mind any of that coming towards me,
No.
but I'll do something about it, yeah? I'm moving back. So when you're both here, do something, don't just allow that. He moved you then, believe it or not, because you were here, you did this.
Yeah.
Did you see that? So he moved you.
Yeah.
So again, you know that head's £350 in weight. So yeah, don't allow him to think he can do that to you. Make sense?
Yeah,
So yeah, we're taking. Yeah, I was saying. So horses with the hierarchy, they're pushed, or they have to follow. So if a horse goes off from the harem, the stallion will go and chase them around until they follow them. You see? So that's what round penning is. You get them to either follow,
Yeah.
or you push them around, show you control their feet. So it can have a massive effect. So round penning, you're lucky to have that.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I do, yes, with my
Yeah.
girl.
And is that what you do some good work? Yeah, I mean, do you get them hooked
I
on?
enjoy the groundwork.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll take him down there, do a little bit of a join up with him, move him around, and that kind of will sort of inground in his brain that we move him, he doesn't move us. Then we'll go into the school and I'll do some groundwork with him, where you sort of top that up. Get you to do a couple of little things, but it's good that you've got a flag, at least you can borrow. You might want to buy one of us,
Yeah.
because so much good here. You haven't got him shod, so he's got good feet.
And he clearly recognises If it was me, he'd have come back up.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not consistent. You're making me realise.
Right, don't take this the wrong way, because it's everywhere, everywhere. There was, I do not treat him any different than my own horses.
No.
I've got no emotion about what I'm doing with him. I just need him at my space. My whole demeanour never changed once. I never once looked at him. Never once done it. Now, when you flagged him back, there was a little bit of personal thing going on there. Would you agree with that? A little bit.
Yes.
You know, like, get back a bit. You know, like a bit. So that's worth trying to like have just a
Neutral.
and not get annoyed. Most people can't help it. I have got this ability now. I don't know where it's come from. Don't get annoyed unless they step on my foot. Then I can't help it.
Yeah.
That's the only time I scream in anger.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really helps to not.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And also what I didn't want to do, and
Yeah.
already a couple of things you've said are helping me, is I don't want to spend a lot of time shouting at him, back. And,
Well, I
want him-
personally, for now, this will be very difficult for you. I wouldn't talk to him because already you talk to him and he knows your voice, he knows he's pushed you around.
Yeah.
That is all. I would personally not talk to him. The only talking I would do for now, look, it can all, when everything's great, next time it comes and you know things are a lot better, hopefully, you start talking to him again then.
Yeah.
But I would keep your verbal to your riding cues.
Yeah.
Personally, that's what I find is a real. You've got to change something else. He's going to keep knocking into you. Okay, and, you know it's going to happen. Change. I wouldn't talk to him too much. That you'll find that so difficult. You will. Most people do.
It's the whole pet thing, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, look, you know, everyone does it, and you know, and because I've compared with so many horses now, it's observe, remember, and compare. You're observing me now. You're observing. You've got to try and remember some of this stuff, and then you'll try it. Some things will work, some things won't.
Yeah.
But it's the comparing. I've compared with so many horses now and so many people. I know that a lot of people have had real difficulty. We start getting something done, then they start talking again, and things just go pear-shaped because that voice means all that fight, the this, the that. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I personally would just keep it to. Do you cluck for forward? Do you kiss the canter?
No, I kiss the back.
I noticed that. It's a bit weird, that one, but look, if it's working for you, I tuck the back, okay? Kiss we always use as a canter.
Okay.
To a stage, you can't kiss to a canter and melt into it because they'll jump into it. But early on, we like it around pennants. Right, so you see there, he thought about coming in. And I didn't miss it. You see how I'm talking to you, but I'm connected.
Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? But, so with a kiss, it really helps with canter to teach a horse trot to canter. But once it's good, you never kiss the canter
No. Like,
because
he's incredibly
you won't melt.
responsive.
It'll jump into it. That kiss immediately means.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
He's so well schooled that just a
Wow,
slight
you're a
leg
good
up.
one, you are. Look at your lovely fringe. Right. So okay. So this goes on. Let's see whether I can just tip him into this. There. Everything with quality, if you can. Everything with quality. Oh, he's looking very quiet there, isn't he? Would you agree?
It's chewy.
Yeah, look at that.
It's second it in.
Right then. Okay, so, mate.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's definitely better. Right, now while I'm here, I'm not going to wait for this. This is a rein. Yeah, nothing more than the rein, really. This, because I want him to come behind me here. This, I'm going to release when that goes out there. You with me? Yeah. So everything I do has... There. So you see how it just went out slightly? I'm just going to get him to disengage his hind quarters, which you've probably done that a few times. Disengage nicely there. Now he's a bit on me there, so I'm just going to whale away here till I get one step back. Thank you very much. Trying this way. Disengage lovely. Stop. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, mate. Hey? You're going all solemn and quiet now. So yeah, nice. Nice feel from him, yeah?
Yes, sorry, I'm mesmerised. He's dropping his head already.
Yeah, that's good. Look, come on then, let's go. Right, so now I will, right? Right, stop beautifully, but let him know how good that is, how good he is. That was a foot forward, so I'm just going to bump on him here till he just backs up a little bit. This is the heaviest I will ever be with him, is the first little bit, okay? So guys, there it is, right there. I've slowed it up. You have an unrequested forward motion in the moment, and I pick up on it straight away and back him up. Really important. You can just come into my space. That's beautiful. This way. Now watch when I start now. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, it's making sense to you?
Yeah.
But watch my foot. My foot stops back like that.
Oh, right.
See that?
Yeah, I see that.
Tell him how good he is. How good you are. And he'll love you so much more, or think more of you, if you don't let him into space. If we do, and let his head push you like there, he can't tolerate that. Because that's not what a leader does. All they want is to be led and feel good about being. Look at this. Yeah, right, so we'll go to the round. Is it the round head?
Yes.
Yeah.
So did you say he's been in here or not?
No.
So it always helps with the round pen to just let them get their bearings a little bit before you do anything, you know, both ways, so he sees everything from each eye. You know, in the ideal world, you would leave him in here for a couple of hours, you know. That was lovely, wasn't it? You see the foot thing I'm doing? You see how I just lay my foot back? He sees that stamp back, you see.
Yeah.
A lot of people will miss that. Now the other thing you can do as well is not just lay that back. You can also put your hand up. Same thing, but you have to immediately put your hand down as the feet are stopped, because it'll lose its meaning. Right, so you can either hand up. 2 seconds. Any questions so far?
No, I'm loving it.
You any questions?
Got a mental list.
No.
Sure.
Yeah,
But something has to happen enough to get through to him, so that's why
yeah.
you gotta. But no anger. See, if I anger, he would shut down to me, and it would get. A lot of people look too angry.
What it shows is it's really not him at all. It's all my behaviour that's
Look,
got
it's
to
all us,
change.
isn't it? It's well, yes, you've got to. This bubble is your bubble, but you've got to smile when you ever. The best advice I can give you: smile every time you ask him to move his feet.
Yeah.
Just put a smile on your face, right? It'll make such a difference. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. We go to some. Don't we, Tan?
Yeah.
Right then. So, okay. So. So I'm just moving him out there. Quite nice footing in here, isn't there?
Yeah,
I like this.
Yeah, it's good. Lovely thing.
Right, now I'm going to give him an opportunity. Give him an opportunity to find peace now. I'm going to block him a little bit. Look. Now when he looks at me, I shut my eyes for 1 second and he kind of, when he looks at me, that'll be his way out of having to move. Being pushed. Being pushed. So I don't care how long it takes him to find that his release will come from my direction. So now look, I'm going to the front. Go to the front of him. Now, I shut my eyes momentarily when he looked at me. So as long as he's considering me, right? So now he looked away. So now I'll push him again. So you'll notice quite a lot here in the first ever round penning session with this horse. He looks to the outside a lot. He's wanting no part of me really, but that gradually get better. And after, I don't know, because I'm only there for one afternoon, right, maybe so 3, 4 round pen sessions with a bit of quality to it, things start to change and they hook you up with an eye and an ear, and they look to you then for comfort and for guidance. So I'm very aware of that, looking to the outside. Again there, look. Yeah, he's on the correct lead there now. Correct lead, yeah, picks up his leads nice. So,
Almost had it. Magic.
so when he takes his eyes away, because you can practice this when you bring him down, when he takes his eyes away, it means when he loses connection of his own accord and walks away, what does it mean for him? You're going to push him along? Watch his lovely movement. He has to work. You have to be the source of yeah, they're starting to work now. Stop. Oh, this is brilliant now. It's starting to. So do you understand what I've just done? It needed a little bit of time to kind of, now that's a different kind of,
Yeah.
you know, that's different. You see how he's leaning there, he's not bringing his, if he comes another step, I'll back him off a little bit. But that's not disrespectful. There's the grey in between.
Yeah.
That's okay. He hasn't nudged me. If he does, he'll have another lap. But you can use these as a real good tool. You make my idea when I came in here, my idea I wanted 1 foot, that was it. Because you kissed to him, isn't it? You kissed to him, but I'd play, see that's great now, for me to play. He feels better here than running around there. So now we can do it liberty, and I can look at that foot. But as soon as he thought it, I backed off. So we start to have a real connection on the ground to their feet, because you've got to be able to just move him out by looking at his feet, yeah? I wouldn't kiss, you know. Kisses forward. Do you think you'd be able to kind of change it?
I can change it.
A kiss. I think someone's used a kiss with him. Did you ask or not ask? Because you noticed I kissed here a couple of times and he just went into canter.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, you know. Right, so the fact that I'm now here talking to you, can you see how this is, even though I'm not doing anything, I am?
Yeah.
This is where he's learning. He's not having to work, is he? He's not having to run around. That got boring to him after a while because he's quite unfit, really. So this is a good place for him. So you're trying to teaching him, well, you did follow me, you did go back for me, you didn't push me with your head, you're not moving into my little space. So now there's something in it for him because he's not having to do a lot. So you're kind of working on their mind. My idea then was to talk to him and make him stand still. My idea was for him to follow me a little bit. My idea was for him to back up without going that way or that way, which he could have very easily done. So I'm kind of making my idea his idea. Yeah. Okay. Now I don't mind if he walks away from me now. I don't mind, but my idea is for him to follow me a little bit here. You know, this is my idea now. Do that. Stop. And he did it. Okay, I'll let that go. Right now. Well, you see how already he's wanting to face me. He's already got that in his mind now, that if I face him and we're connected a little bit, it's only when I say flick the bird and go off that he has to work.
Yeah.
And that's real round penning. It's making their idea our idea. And then eventually you have to kind of, if you want to work them, you don't want them coming to you all the time. So you kind of make it clear, not yet. No, I haven't softened yet. I need you to trot. I need you to canter. Now I'm going to soften and you can come to me. And you can get some great things done in these round pens. What? I'm having one made, you know.
Okay.
An indoor one, yeah, right next to my stable. 42 foot. I think we can get in there. Do you know what this is? Do you know what this
It
is?
must be about that, I would think. It's
42, 13 paces. 13 paces. Right, now I'm going to lose contact with him now a little bit because I want to pace this. So I don't mind him doing his own little thing for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 30, that's 39 foot. So mine will be there.
I know it's big.
That would have been better, but we can't get it in. So mine will be considerably smaller.
You got your big one as well, though.
I've got the big one, but this is for an indoor, you know.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can hook with him now. A little bit. The draw of food is very strong, obviously. But... So. Now what I will tell you is, he doesn't want to hook on to this side. You know, this is the side we don't do a lot. So you wouldn't have noticed this, but because, you know, all his life he's been led the other side. What I mean is, mentally, he find it difficult to turn in on this eye.
Yeah.
So I'm not so attractive to him in this eye.
Oh,
It's always been the other way. And if it was mine, I would. And as I said it, he's done it. He never did that before. Do you understand what I'm saying? He always was insisting on turning in off the eye we lead him on,
Yeah.
which was always there and in. The other way, he never once searched, but he did then.
Yeah.
So he proved me wrong, didn't he? But I think that's because he's calmed down now and he's realising, you know, but look at this.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this.
It's fantastic.
Huh?
Flies are bothering him a bit, aren't they? Still about.
Yeah.
So that's the first round penny session. That's as much as I do the first time because you don't want him dreading it in here.
No.
He's hooked on, as he knows he's turned in on both ways now, but mostly off the eye we do everything in. He's turned in that way. So the next session I would build on that a little bit, walk, trot and canter a little bit, make sure he turned in to face. So I could also lead him around without the lead rope. That's called join up, as they call it. We call it hooking on. It's the same thing really. And then, you know, it's a good thing to come and practice.
Yeah.
You don't want them taking over, as in some horses, once they get the idea that you are the piece, because that's what all horses want, is peace. So I just, right, do you know how he came in then? He started to walk into me. Brilliant for you. I just stopped him in his tracks and backed him up. Okay? But I'm looking at his feet all the time. Tutting's working a lot better than the kissing, I promise you that.
Yeah.
Kissing is the forward cue. So I would definitely use, not cluck, because cluck is still forward. It's still a repetitive thing, but it's a different sound.
Yeah.
Okay? But you don't want a horse, and there are a lot of horses that once you back off them for looking at you, so their only way out of what's happening, pushing, they can come to you and demand that they come to you because you've showed them that's where the piece is. So they can get pushier because they want to get closer to you to not have to work. So that is the little bit in between, not the black, the white. You've got to think, well, hang on, this is getting a bit much now.
Yeah.
He's worked out if I'm by you, I don't have to come out here. That making sense what I'm saying? So just watch that. If he gets too, no, I'm not going because I know if I come to you, then I haven't got to work.
Yeah.
That's where you have to use your nounce there and say no. When I ask you to, and my bubble is still my bubble, and you need to go when I ask. Now it's the going, it's the way. Oh, now this is the very early stage of this for him. You know, 2 weeks time, if I did this every other day, I know already he'd be cracking horse in here for round penning. Walk, trot, canter, come to me. It's the way they leave which is more important, and a lot of systems they concentrate on the follow.
Yes.
Right? The follow. It's very much more important to me how I was trained is how they leave. That makes sense?
Yes.
It's the attitude they have when they leave us. Okay? So I'll just
Ask a question? Right. So when you've got him in this state where he's still and you want him to leave and go round again, how do you actually do that?
I'm going to see if I can get a good attitude of a leave now.
Right.
It's so important, that demeanour of leaving. That's more important to me. I can get them all to hook on. You just, any horse is going to search when he gets real tired. I think, what can I do to get out of this? And the minute they look at you, if you just go like that, that's where it is. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to come here now. Right. So that was on a score of 1 to 10, about a 2. Okay. So I'll now hook up again. Right. Right. Tell him how good he is. So the hooking up's getting easy now, right? Okay. That's about a 3. Okay? This making sense to you? You never let them rest by a gate ever, okay? Because if we let them rest by a gate, before you know it, they become nappy around gates in a ring situation. Right. So I'll So, that's about a 4. That weren't that bad, was it?
No.
A lot better. And then I'll leave them alone for a second. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you, what I've just done?
Yeah.
So, because obviously I become, and you will become, where the horse wants to be in the round pen. So he's not going to want to leave you. But he must, unfortunately. He must do as we ask while we're with them. Because although it's a partnership, we have to control the feet. Else, it's anarchy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, not bad. That was about a 4 again. What I mean by a nice demeanour is the head doesn't come up, that he just goes for me. Again, it would take me a little while, but I'm showing you what's possible.
Yeah.
Okay? So, tell him how good he is. Right? And then, about a 5. This is what gets missed out of when people train round penning. A lot of it is just push, 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 throw the ropes behind, and then get them to follow them. That's just the horse kind of taking over a bit. So it's this kind of work that, and you'll see this video, so because without it you'll forget everything. But a good round penning is getting them to walk, trot and canter, getting them to hook on when you want, having them within your vicinity but with a bubble, asking them to back up without using all of this, you know, and then asking them to leave with quality, leave with a good attitude. Now go. It's when they start squealing and kicking up, and because I see it so often, people have round penned, I'll go, right, okay, let me have a look then, and then you see it's not really at the benefit for the horse and the person. It's gone a little bit. So I like a good attitude with the horse leaving, to them to be able to come when I want, and then work their gaits to verbal cues. So they're a great tool.
Do you always use that in your hand to actually?
No, not really. Sometimes a flag, sometimes do this. It's not that important really, but if you, whatever, with you comparing, whatever feels best between you and your horse. Some horses are frightened of sticks, some horses are frightened of flags, some hate ropes. So you've got to be a little bit careful, you know. You experiment. It's not that important to have ropes. What do you use? What?
Well,
Do you use a lunge line? If some people throw a lunge line
no,
behind?
actually, I don't use anything.
Good.
I just use my
Whoa.
arms. I
Arms?
use,
Yeah, I do as well. I do as well.
I just have to think there, what do I use?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, just your arms, yeah, fine.
If
Arm
you see-
suggestion, verbal.
Yeah, or a rope.
Yeah, rope. I mean, for a first time down here on his own, he's done wonderful there. He's worked out what my idea was. He came through and it was his idea in the end, which is what you want. So we'll go up there now and do some groundwork up there. That's the problem with, we leave here, it's hard for them not to push on us.
Yeah.
And whenever they spook or see something and they move this shoulder out, they've moved us there. I can't hold that against him. Right? Because I thought that, but does that make sense what I just said? Think about that.
Yeah.
He's only got to move us a bit and he knew it. And it will start to see out. So I leave them. Once I got that bit done where they stopped behind me for a few weeks, then I might have them behind me a little bit, but here, right? I've not had one, touch wood, smack me down like some people say, oh no, I'll run over you. I think you're more likely to get hurt here, you know? But with a horse that would not respect your space at all, and a lot of them are bad, leading from behind, you've got to watch the early stages that they didn't bump into you know? But does that answer that question? Yeah, I couldn't get my work done there. And the other thing as well, up the hold there, you notice when I'm asking, because you want this horse light. I know it's a lovely horse to ride, but you could get the horse even lighter. If we hold here, we would have released in one walk to the stables. This would have released, especially if you're holding a bit, the bit would have been released to pressure and different things, and it loses meaning a bit. A lot of people will lead with the bit. Now you have to wait on me. You know, any of the rushing. There you go. So he has to wait on me. He won't put forward. What he's frightened of is the barrels behind him, but I want to show him that whatever he's frightened of, he doesn't push through me. You know, he wanted to go in there, then, past me. So I've just said, no, you wait for me. There, licked and chewed. He's quite happy there now. Right. I was just saying, remind about the standing still. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Remind me in a minute when we've done this.
Yes, I will,
right?
yes.
Okay, so he's been in here.
See, because it goes over my head, over my eyes.
So he's been
Oh, I
in here
can't do
a
it there
row.
because of the sun.
He's been in here a row. Yeah, that's okay. So what I'm going to do here, because I want to get onto the, you need to tack him up in a bit, so we can get him hopefully standing still for you off the ground and on mounting block. If I put the start of that, so I won't be able to do as much now with this as I wanted to, because I think the more important thing once I've done this bit of groundwork is you and they're getting on. Would you agree with that? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Well, so there's forward. I'd rather not have him trotting. So, right, okay, so I'm going to show you something now. We need my idea to be his idea, that he doesn't trot, right? So he's off to trot. So every time he trots, there's nothing in it for him. Right, so he walked for just 1 second then. Okay, obviously it's a big deal for him today with me doing that and everything. So he's a little bit up, so he thought I'm going to trot. Now I didn't want him to trot, I wanted him to walk. My idea was for him to walk. So 4 times then he trotted off. So all I did was just say, it's not great for you that, is it? Because you get a little tug. You have to face a minute, then you go again. But the minute he walked, something in it for him. Yeah? It's this where it means something good to a horse where they learn. You know? Yeah. So, look at that. So there's something in it for him there. Stop. There. Lovely. So we just made here his idea. 4 little things that didn't work out for him. Now that worked out for him. Yeah. And that's it's so will he go without the flag? Yes he did. Stop. Back up. Not that way. Not that way. Gotta back you up a bit better. That's it. Not forward, that didn't work out. He's got to know, he's got to listen to these feet. These feet have got to listen to, not that way, not that way, not that way, back up. That's it. Right, so you see how when they get confused, we just stick with it. There you go. Right, can you go this way? Lovely. Can you disengage face? Not forward. Back up. Good boy. Beautiful. Can you go this way? Yes, you can. Now this eye. Now again, we've got the trotting, okay? We've got the trotting, that didn't work out for you. Now you notice this eye is different? Yeah. Have you ever noticed that with him? Slightly that you will do. Right then. Now as soon as he walks, there'll be something in it for him. There'll be something in it for him. Now that was unrequested. Forward motion. Nothing in it for him because he had to. So you'll notice I'm using the flag there, our pretty much famous now telescopic flags that Tanya makes. Tanya's reminding me that if you want any of our equipment, my equipment that I use, it's all on Shopify and links on the video, or you can message Tanya on Steve Young Horsemanship and she'll get straight onto it and send whatever you want out. So there's our special ropes that we use, that we have splices in, no metal on them, you know, and the flags and the ties, our special ties. So yeah, anything you want, anything you see, just look for the link or message Tanya. Not forward. That's it. Better we can back these horses up the bed, do everything for us. You know, if you could get to the stage where you could back him out the stable to where you tie him. Little things like that, to a wash rack, or, you know, the more he's going to back up, the more he's going to know to not bump you or... So I'm working through a problem with him. Stop. There you go.
You get lighter and lighter with the ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The ass should be, look, it's already lighter. But I want him to get really used to this for you, so he doesn't get too upset, you know? So that's what he's really starting to get now. Not to the left, not to the right. Back up to the tuck. Lovely. So you've got to work through these little things. Now, this is where I'm going to stand in front of him now. When I ask him to go around me, he's got a choice. He's either going to come forward towards me, or he's going to think, hang on, there's that thing that... So he should arrange round me and not even think about coming in without me asking. Right, you understand that now? So you've got to look at his shoulder arrangement now. I'm in front of him, okay? And he went a little bit close there, did you see? No? Right, so. Now, perfect. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Really important. A lot of people miss this, see? So he can come forward through me now, or he can arrange around me. Okay? He gave me 3.5 foot. Now the other eye. Right then. Now a little bit close there. So I just shook the flag. Right? So see whether he can... A little bit close there. Right, you see how he's a little bit here? So I'm deliberately testing him. Now, do you see a little change there? He's coming, but he's got to do this. He's got to come, but do this. There. Doing it enough so he gets it a little bit, and you can see what I'm talking about. Now I could very easily set him up so I was there, look. That wouldn't help him mentally. He's got to know he moves his shoulder out. Bit close there, yeah, nothing in it for him. There. Yeah. Okay. There. So I'm happy with that. It's only a start for you. But you'll see the video, you've got to be aware that if he starts coming in, tap him with the flag if you need to. You don't want him thinking he can just come through. And he'll be such a great horse on the ground if you get these things done consistently. And there's no excuse for you. You've got the round pen, you've got everything here.
And he likes to learn, doesn't he?
Yeah. Now again, a bit close for me there. There's nothing in it. There, now he's, right, you understand? Right, so, there. Stop. There. My bubble. Oh, and he's backing up now without thinking, oh, what I've got to do. So I'm happy that one last thing I'm going to do now is leading to driving. Okay, you've probably seen me do this. Leading to driving. You know, I was doing that down there, was driving him.
Yeah.
And then he was following, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, but on a lead line instead. Have you done much of that or not?
Yeah.
You have done that with him.
No, not with him.
You haven't done it with him. That's pretty good. I must be getting better, Sam. Huh? So a little bit of pressure there, look. It's a great thing for you to do with him. But I'm like, not pinching, but I'm squeezing here pulling with this little bit, but taking both off at the same time, and you can manipulate their heads really well. And then when you can get that to where you want it, right, then you can coincide that with your bridling, you know. There's so much can be done. Yeah, mate. Don't want to do that to the equipment. Right, that's the one, isn't it? Right, so, okay. So, that's the lead in. Lead him around. Now I'm going to take all this space here. And I want him to drive. Now I'm driving. There's my long rein in right there. Now I'm going to change it. I'm going to lead him. Okay? Do lots of this. Mentally, it really puts them in the frame of mind that we are the one. Usually when I've done this a couple of weeks with any horse, they don't never think about biting me. Ones that bite people, because they won't bite an alpha. And I'm leading him. Now I'm driving him. Driving him. Now I'm going to lead him. I like to eventually get to where the slack does never come out the rope. Drive him. I'm pushing him now. And which eye do you think it might be worse in? As a rule of thumb, there's always one eye that's usually worse. Yeah. Because they're not used to seeing you as much that side, because we do everything on the left side, don't we?
Yeah.
So now I'm getting confident enough to drive him. He knows I'm near his back end here. I'm driving him. It means something to him. You've got to be careful that if you're not sure about your horse. There's my drive. I'm taking all of this space here. I want this space behind him. I'm taking this. Yeah? Now, change that to, he's very stiff on the lead, on the line really, where I would like him. Eventually lots of this and lots of flexing, he would get a lot better. So leading, I want this space here. I'm going to take all of this. I'm having this, okay? Leading, driving, leading, to driving, leading, driving. See how this is coming now? Really getting that now when I look round here. Take all this, look at that. So that was the best one. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, mate. Here you go, fella. Yeah, he's got every opportunity there to walk through me, hasn't he? Every opportunity there to walk through me, and he wouldn't consider it, would he? Now, one last exercise, which is the other side. Might be a little bit different. Did you understand everything I just did?
Yes, I did.
And the reason I stopped, because it was hardly anything, and he said, yes, you're driving me. And he was light to the rope, everything was good. So we'll do the other side now. So, we're going, that's leading. Driving. Leading. Higher neck carriage, not so good. Always the same, or very often the same. Leading. Take this space here. Driving. A little bit lighter in his neck this side though. Can you notice or not? Yeah. A little bit lighter in his neck. You know, there's reasons for that. I won't go into that. But, leading. Said I'd rather not be driven with you behind there. I'm not used to that. It used to be this side over this one eye, which was evident a little bit with the round pen in when he didn't really want to turn in that way. Just means more leading and leading on the other side. Lots of leading on the other side, but not with him right next to you. Better. Better. Great exercise, honestly. A great exercise. Leading. Driving. It's good because you can see these things get better right in front of your eyes, can't you? Right in front of your eyes. When I break my horses, that's my long rein up the lane. With the tack on, I push them front. There's my long rein in front. Right, you want to get him tacked up then? Or do you want, now I'll tell you what to do. Give him 5 minutes to just chill. Because we don't want him, if he's a little bit up, because this is all new to him, he is a little bit up. If we get him standing still while he's like this, it's actually better for you, if that makes any sense. Right, so now I don't want him rushing out of here. So again, everything, no matter where he was, he doesn't rush past. So try and remember that. Yeah. Open the gate, say, well, I didn't ask you for the unrequested forward motion. If you hadn't mentioned it to me, I would have missed that. So now that's a good. That's good. He's waiting for me. Yeah, come on then. Yeah. 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 Well, you probably take quite a lot. Now then, Bob. Yeah. This is the important bit of Fee. To get him trying to think about standing still to get on, so Fee doesn't have another injury. Were they really right? They weren't bred for being solely a riding animal, were they?
They were a general workhorse.
Yeah, farmers pull the carriage to market. Yeah.
The farmers would, I think they used to ride to Sunday.
To the pub and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're just saying that these are an all-purpose animal, aren't they?
Yeah.
They were never bred just purely for riding. There's a great positive. Let me spray them. Maybe get a little bit more respect from him. The video will help you greatly when you see it. And you look good on it, by the way.
Does that come with all your sessions that you do with people?
What's that
then?
then?
Video.
Yeah, it has to. Well, yeah, the video is important. What do you think the owner, the ex-owner, do they know someone's going to be working like me? Will they be okay with this?
I hope so.
Yeah, well, you sure?
Yes, well, she said...
No, there's nothing been, you know, it's just a bit around. And he's done well, hasn't he?
She's a really good horse runner.
Is she?
She knows a lot, and she trained him. And,
Yeah. So I'll put a little note that he's fantastically trained, because you've said that several times.
Well,
You look pretty fit to me. Do you get on from the ground still? Can you get
only
on?
if I have to.
Okay. You can.
I can, yeah.
No, the reason I say it is because that sets them up for this, you see. I probably won't ask you to get all the way on, but if you tried straight away before I'd done anything, he probably would move. Agreed?
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll get him to think about standing still for you to get as far as putting your foot in. Make sense to you? And then we'll come in here, because basically, if he wants to move, he moves. We move. That forward, that. Did you do that? Right then, okay. So when he moves, I need you to move and move the box. Or if he moves. Right.
I'm scared that this.
No, don't leave it at that then. Leave it at that for a minute.
No,
Just
yeah, I
get-
think the saddle's going to come
Oh,
around.
right. Well, I didn't want to help him, but
Do you want me to? Or would that-
no. Give him a rub, and then if you can get off. Don't slap too hard. When I leave town, you can slap him again. Right? Well done. Was that better than usual?
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely standing absolutely still.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want that. I wanted to show you what to do.
He's too tired, look at him.
Yeah.
Well, he's only, yeah, but think about this.
He's doing the fly
He's a
on his
horse
black
that's
job.
just ran round the ramp had 15 minutes and done one little bit in there. Shouldn't be tired. So we need to do more with him. A tired horse is a good horse. Right, so put that where you want it again. And then set yourself up. Right. Get on with this. You give him a rub and jump back off. Tell him how good he is. Well, I can't do a lot with that. Come on.
Just interestingly,
Yeah.
see if he's worse with take one. 'Cause
No,
I-
we will do it. We will do it. I was hoping he would move, then I would move him, probably 20 disengages, and then let him settle for a minute. Say, no, move again if you want, but we'll do the same thing. So he will not want to move if you move him. Alright? Right, so number one is take the reins up as if I was going to get on. Okay? Take the reins up. And he's pretty much stood still. That's number one. Okay? Now there, I'll just give him a little bump and said, look, you're going to start that again. Don't do it. You'll run into that. You'll run into it. So, next stage is to shake the saddle. So he sets himself. Okay? Try and remember this. You'll see on the video. When you're going to get on him somewhere, if he's like this, ready to, they get ready to go.
Yeah.
So you need them not ready to go. So, I shake this, that's quite good. That's not bad, you know, he's got this to take away. So, now the next one is this. And the jobber, isn't it? It's the jobber. A lot will go at that. Now, if he decides to move at any one of these, I move him about 10 times around. But with quality, disengage, and then let him settle. So I don't care if he goes to move, we work on something, it will, 100%, he will say, to hell with that.
There's a cost from that.
But when you get on, you get off. So that's all. All we want you to do is stay still. So, we've got the rock, we've got this. He's not smacking his head down so much at the moment because he's felt that just yet. Then it's the jobber. Right? I was slow in my time in there, but he's got to be something to stop him with the head. This, and bump. And he didn't move at all. That's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah? Would you agree that's better than usual?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I feel like he's great. Yeah? So, now, I'm going to ask you to do what I just done. Don't be upset if it's not as good because you've got a history.
Yeah.
Alright? You've got to get rid of the history in the sense that now it's not acceptable for some of the things. Right, so now you rock the saddle first. Rock the saddle, yeah, that's good. You've got that, that's good. Yeah, try and get your timing better than that next time. And smile when you do it. And that'll do. Look at that. Is that any better? Definitely. That looked good to me, Fee. Looked good to me, Fee. Look at that.
Is that nice?
I think that's nice. What do you think it was?
Well, I thought it was nice.
Remember what I said? He didn't push you,
No.
that's different. Then you'd have backed him up, but you've had your flag ready. There's got to be something not in it for him to push you. But he kind of checked in with you there,
Yeah.
and he didn't come in with his shoulder.
No.
So, can you lead him round there, come back, and I want you to do the same thing again. Right, so you're going to bring him back to the position, take him around there, take him out and back in, and then remember to rock the side. You'll remember some of these things if you're with G. Say how you forgot that bit.
My memory's not that good now.
He seems a bit more respectful for you, do you think? Okay. Lovely. Now, give him a little rub, not a pat. Now, start getting your reins, rock the saddle a bit so he knows that little rock. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and then pretend you're going to get on. Look at that, hey. Yeah? You can build on that, can't you?
Yes.
Right? Now, for teaching this siding up, I need to put my halter over because I don't want to hurt his mouth with this. So, I'm going to, remember, put my hand up, then stop him. See how I did my hand then?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do something. So, now I'm going to come the wrong way on this, and the wrong way out. Wrong way. Now he's gone past. The more he goes past, the better. Try and take his hindquarters out there, not that way. Figure this out. There, touch. Bit far. Come forward, find the sweet spot. Touch, stop. Yes, beautiful. So now he's in the position, this is where the summit, don't do that silly thing you do. You see how he's just started that? So I've just said, you'll run into pressure, you do it. So I'm making it a nice place for him now. He's just had a little bit of, oh, what have I got to do, what have I got to do? Oh, I'm not usually that good round this mountain block, you know. That's worked out for me a few times, that has, by not yet. Kind of works out for me. No, it doesn't with me. So I've just shown him a nice place to be, yeah? Because look, I'm soft, I'm gentle, put a bit of weight on him, and put a bit of weight on him, put my weight there. Yeah, he didn't move, not down there. You see how I'm particular about that? Bump. Alright. So tell him how good he is. There. Good man, good man. Right, now I'm going to go again. So I might do this, if it was mine and you didn't side up very well, I might do this tomorrow for half an hour or the day after. I'd work on this, making him find this lovely spot that he found not long ago. Touch to stop. A little bit farther. Back him up a bit. And you back up. What you like this? Yeah. Now he's in that. See how he? Yeah. Because he's very used to this.
Is that like an anxiety thing?
A little bit maybe. It just like, you know, could be a million reasons. Annoyance, not impatience. Would you say it's more that with him? Impatience? Yeah. So we have to put a bit of patience, you know. Impatience won't be his answer. So I'm just showing him the sweet spot here. This is where there's no pressure, there's peacefulness to this now. Till he either does that impatient with his head, he thought about doing it then and then he stopped. So, that's unrequested, did you see that?
Is it what?
Unrequested, so I bumped him back.
Laurie, what?
They might be dropping stuff off.
That's alright.
I just thought that
We'll work through it. And just, you know.
I don't
Right.
think he's coming in
So,
here.
third time. Third time. Look at this. Third time. No, too far. Too far. So that you won't find peace there. You've got to find this peacefulness, a place to touch. See how I'm touching to stop? Don't do the little, you have to, because he'll keep doing that bad, and I know that annoys you. And again, nothing in it for him. A little bump up, he runs into that pressure, he runs into that pressure, he runs into that pressure. Tell him how good he is. Come down again. Right. He's heard the lorry, that's why he's a bit agitated, but that's alright. Beautiful.
Good boy.
Yeah, straight.
Hmm?
Straight there.
Yeah. Oh, well, just. You alright, fella?
Is it going to set everything if the lorry
No, well, no, we'll put him there for a second. You carry on and do your thing. It won't be long, will it?
Just going to sit there.
Like that, right. There. Good for you to see. Did you just see?
Just to lock the door.
Yeah, go on then, you could do. But did you see then?
Yeah.
Such a good thing to happen with you. Well, this now. Because I've showed him, doesn't matter what's going on, you don't bump through me. Alright? You don't bump through me. There. That's it, mate. Yeah, we could have made this a lot easier and had 10 horses in here. We can get through this with him on his own down here and all of this and finish on a good note. That's when we let this lorry come through. But is that good? Better than you normal?
Yeah.
Because I never know, you see. But I kind of hope he comes forward. Now, you know, it's kind of the flip. I hope he comes forward so I can say, nah, you're still my bubble. It's everything.
And what he tends to do with me is he'll walk with his back, stay still there, and walk down like
With this.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. But again, it's good because I can say, this means something. This means a lot. You know. So he would move his bum away.
Yes, he stays still at the front.
Yeah.
But moving
So what
forward.
would you think as he went to do that you would do? Do you have any idea what you think you would do?
What I would do,
What you should do if he decides to go out?
disengage.
Oh! Disengaging, but remember the way you would go. At the mountain block, they only disengage one way, don't they? That way.
Yeah.
Towards the block. So around the mountain block, you would never disengage the other way. Because if you disengage that way, you're telling them to round the block that it's okay to go away. So the only way you disengage is this way. So as they went, you would come round, disengaging the other way. Maybe 10 times. Oh, that was not bad, I like not bad. But with all that's going on, he really wants to fidget, move around, and all that. And he's kind of getting it, that he doesn't need to. Because I'm all he needs for support. The reason he can trust me is because I don't allow him to come through me. And when it goes off in your head, oh yeah, he trusts me because I don't let him do that. Well, yeah. But that's good, that's really good. You're a blooming good, aren't you? And you've been trained great, you have. You're lovely to ride. Even though you are a cob. Don't you, mate? I noticed that's nice and loose. That's all right, you know. Some people put that in too tight and then they get more anxious because they can't crack their jaws. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, Harriet, who owns him, showed me how to do what hold to put it
Yeah, yeah, she has no tight. Some people will really tighten it. Then the horse can't work its jaw and get lick and chew.
Yeah.
It's, hey mate, come here now. You can come down here now, can't you? Huh? Can't you, mate? Yeah. You want to work against the wall. When you're against the wall. That's alright. Take him around now and see. Give him me if he moves. As if you were going to get on. Do your thing, alright? Well, watch you do your thing. As if you were going to go for a ride with him, okay? Exactly like what you would do. Lovely. Little rub. Yeah. And then if he moves, you need to give him me. I need to have him off me. You get on and then get off. Rub and get off. And then rub him all over now. If you get to step down, rubbing this side. So you know that was that better than usually is?
That was perfect.
Was it a lot better? I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I had videos of it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, look, it might not be this good when I've left town, but can you take him for another walk and then bring him back? But you know it's there to build on. You know, that helps. But he's a model citizen here, isn't he? And then place him back where you want him. If you want him a bit more, then look at his feet, just tuck in one step. Then rub him, loose rein, yeah. And then up you get. You kind of where you want him to be there. You've got your reins in case you needed them, yeah, to bend him, to stop if you needed. And then on them, good girl. And then stay there for a minute, give him a rub. Rub on him, you've got your reins, haven't you? How's that feel?
And he's not going anywhere.
No, that's what I like. That's what I like. And you're not having to constrain him. Oh, I jump off there. Because although we as humans, we want to keep doing this now, if you can finish on that note, it's a good note to finish on. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
All I'm showing is what's possible. And that it is there for you to find if you are willing to put some effort in.
And I am. I can spend. I'm often here on my own, and I can spend
Yeah.
some time doing
Yeah,
it.
your video will show you everything because you'll forget a lot of this. But
You can see how he's understanding now that when she turns him into the block, that's when
well, that was that work then saying you can go anywhere you want, but it won't be. The peaceful spot is there.
You could see it was almost dawning on him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
very
I'll
good.
take this off and put the halter on now. Okay, have a bit of a long lead. Have a longer lead, yeah. That's it. But he'll know who you are, so don't be upset if he doesn't. Then really like stop, hand up. Not bad, go again. And then your foot steps back and your hand comes up. Not bad, give me a rub. How did that feel? Any better?
Yes.
That's mad, was it? Yes! Give him a rub! That's the best he's stopped for you, isn't it? And then come back this way. Have a longer rope. But step your foot back. And when you're ready, your foot goes back and your hand goes up. Yeah, lovely. Now if he doesn't stop, you get your flag or whatever. He's bothered about stuff behind him, that's all right. Yeah, even though he was bothered then, how do you think that is?
Yeah.
See? That's good.
It's really good.
And he's not pushing in on you. Does he have a rug on? Yeah, do you want to put him in there now? Yeah, it's good. Really good. Don't show off. Right. I'll put him in there, put his rug off, then I want to watch you and lead him out to the field.
Do you normally pull him out now, or?
I've just got to put some carrot tops on his.
Yeah, okay. So, tap. Or tap that, and take it off, right? Tap. Take it off. Right? Then go to get it. Tap, 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 tap. And then got it. Just only little taps.
Yeah.
But you teach them first that a little, so if they're ever going to do that, you don't want to hurt your back. It's just like a little tiny, do you know what I mean? Just like a little, that's hardly nothing.
Yeah.
Right, so if I want to pick it up, and I got it, right, see how quick that is? Right, Little things. The little things.
Little
And
tricks.
huh?
Now try and pick
Yeah.
the right thing to pick it.
But you need something like this hoof pick.
Yeah.
Just generally like that, and then. Well, that's the end of the video, guys. What a beautiful horse he was, wasn't he? Really lovely horse, stunning horse. And I think maybe you've kind of sussed out yourselves, or a lot of you guys, that it's a situation where the horse had been a long time in its previous main ownership, and then when Fee took the horse on loan, it then was transported and lived, I think, for 3 weeks at Fee's friend. Then from there, it's only been a month at the place that I just went. So, you can kind of understand why he's not feeling too great about the situation, and, just trying to feel his feet really and making sure he's going to be okay. But coupled with that, you've got Fee, who's had quite a bad accident. I mean, that you probably couldn't see it, but that scar was serious. And that was from mounting a horse that wouldn't stand still. So it's really important to her not to get hurt again. And, there was a lot of things like, there's a lot of bruises been taking place where he's been kind of pushing through her, knocking into her. So, her confidence has gone down, but you can see kind of why that is. Now, the difference, I mean, I was there in an afternoon and I can only sort of set the seed for this. And there's a lot of work for Fee to do. And I will be going back, in a few months' time again, or urgently if something was needed, because it isn't that far for me to travel to this one. But yeah, there is work to do. Probably a different mindset needed from Fee. And Fee's done great with other horses, this is what happens. And sometimes there's a situation and there's a horse that things just not working out too well. But doesn't she love that horse? I mean, she's going to I think she's going to do much better now. Now she can sort of recognise where maybe she's going a little bit astray, and the horse losing confidence a little bit. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. There's lots there in that video. In that afternoon I was there. There's pretty much everything going on, wasn't there? And big changes. I felt big changes were coming with that. So I think that's about it. I hope you enjoyed that one. If you did learn a little bit or still liking the videos, if you can like and comment, that'd be fantastic, and share it if you can. So that's it. Again, happy trails, and see you again soon. Cheers.